Hello everyone, in this video we are going to download Unreal Engine 5.2 from GitHub and build it from source. Now the main reason you would want to do this is because you cannot create dedicated servers from the Unreal Engine binary. You have to build the engine from source in order to create dedicated server builds of your multiplayer game. So before we start, please note that I will be mainly following the official Unreal Engine documentation, the links to which will be in the description below. So first, to get access to the Unreal Engine source code, you will need an Unreal Engine or an Epic Games account, a GitHub account, and have associated your GitHub account with your Unreal Engine account. If you haven't done so, please pause this video and complete the steps to set up your Unreal and GitHub accounts. The instructions for this can be found here on this UE on GitHub page. I will also include a link to this in the description below. Once you have set up your Unreal and GitHub account, the Unreal Engine repository can be accessed by this link. I will also put this link in the description of this video. So here on the Unreal Engine repository on GitHub, and see this green drop down button, and the simplest way is just to download the zip file. Make sure you put the Unreal Engine files somewhere with a short file path. Having a long file path will potentially cause errors later during the build process. I have put my Unreal Engine source file in a folder on my C drive called Unreal Engine, and have already extracted the zip file. Here, I will rename this to 5.2 or 5.2.1 for clarity. Once you have extracted all the files, we can run the setup.bat file, which will download the necessary files and install prerequisites for Unreal Engine. This could take several minutes depending on your internet connection as well as your system specifications. A few moments later, through the magic of television, the setup has finished installing prerequisites. Take note that throughout the process of setting up, you will be prompted to allow Unreal Engine to make changes to your system. Just select yes as you go. Now then, we can run the generate project files.bat. This will require Visual Studio 2022, and if you haven't already done so, please go back to my previous video where I walked you through the steps of setting up Visual Studio for Unreal Engine. And that should only take probably a couple of minutes or so. Okay, so now you should have a solution file called UE5.sln. And once we double click this, it should open up Visual Studio 2022. Select Development Editor under Solution Configuration. Make sure that it's Win64 for solution platforms. Now we want to right click on UE5 in the Solution Explorer and select Build. Now this process generally takes a very long time, anywhere from 40 minutes to 3 hours, depending on the specs of your machine. I'll go ahead and pause recording, and we can reconvene once the engine has finished compiling. A few moments later, through the magic of television, build failed.
Build fail.
Thanks a lot, Epic Games. Well, let's see what we got. Looks like it's a compiler error. Let's go to the file and see what the error is. It looks like it's an error with a deprecated SteamVR plugin on line 513. For now, I'm going to go ahead and comment this line out to see if the build will succeed. But we also got to keep in mind that in the future, if we decide to work with SteamVR, we might be missing a debug message on screen. And hopefully, by the time you're watching this, Epic Games has decided to fix this error. But should they not, it doesn't seem to be a big deal. We just got to remember that we comment some plugin code out should we decide to work with SteamVR. Okay, so let's try to build the engine again. And the build is cumulative, so you shouldn't have lost any progress, just the building progress for the plugin itself. Okay, build succeeded. So right now, after your build has succeeded, you want to set your startup project to UE5. So right click UE5 in the Solution Explorer and select Set as Startup Project. Then after that, you can click on Local Windows Debugger. This will actually start an instance of the engine editor. So the first time you're launching Unreal Engine, it will take a while to compile all the shaders, and this is a one-time thing, just as long as you don't delete the derived data cache. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the video while the engine loads up. Congratulations! You have successfully downloaded Unreal Engine and built it from source. Stay tuned for the next video where I will be showing you how to set up a dedicated server. Thank you for watching.